Here's a question for you. What do you call a guy with a girl in a Star Wars movie?
What's that, Jay?
Brother and sister, okay? That's pretty much... How many have seen it yet? Have you seen the Star Wars? Yeah, you like it? Good. You know what really surprised me about the Star Wars movie? Is the kid they got to play the young Yoda. He's a dead ringer for the original guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I was just thinking that, Jay.
My way to work this morning, I drove past the new Disney Katzenberg Studios. Have you seen those down there? You know about this? Jeffrey Katzenberg has won this big lawsuit against Disney. It's a huge story out here. He's the former studio chief. He said he was entitled to a $250 million bonus that Disney didn't pay him. Hey, Jeffrey Katzenberg, you want $250 million? What are you going to do now? I'm going to... Oh, no, I can't go there anymore. And Dan Quayle making some hard-hitting speeches this week. In San Francisco, the former vice president compared Bill Clinton to O.J. Simpson.
Whoa.
And Democrats are outraged at this. But, you know, Quayle might have a point. Both O.J. and Clinton were scoring champions in college, right? They can both dodge and weave with the best of them. Huh? And both of them have left DNA evidence everywhere. So it's pretty good analogy. Oh. Speaking of O.J., anybody see that show Extra last night? That's why it gets this huge ratings. No. Anyway, on the syndicated show Extra, the mother of O.J. Simpson's new 23-year-old girlfriend claims O.J. spends all his time now smoking marijuana. What? So he smokes marijuana all day long. And you know, marijuana, boy, can take away your ambition, take away your drive. You know what that means? He may never kill again. Well, the rumor is he is engaged to this girl, this 23-year-old girl, but the mother said last night, you know, it doesn't look like she's losing a daughter, at least not, you know, for the first couple of years. Oh, let's see. Oh, here you go. Moving quickly. Cokie Roberts, you know, at ABC's Cokie Roberts has gone on record as saying that Texas Governor George W. Bush should tell us the truth about any prior drug use. You know, I think fair is fair. If he does that, I think she should have to tell us how she got the nickname Cokie. You know, I think. Too much time hanging out with Stone Phillips, maybe. And with all the drug stuff that goes on, I'm still amazed at how health conscious this city is. Like today in Hollywood, I saw a drug dealer selling antibacterial crack. Have you seen that? That's amazing. So people in the back of their minds.
You seeing a lot of drug dealers lately?
No, I saw it on the street.
Oh, on the street. Yeah.
Well, speaking of, in San Francisco, plans are underway now to build a $60 million Grateful Dead museum. In fact, the sign, "You must be this high to get on this ride," has a whole different meaning. No, this is true. They're building, you know about this? They're building a Grateful Dead museum, and I guess they got some great rides. Drug dealers of the Caribbean. Stash Mountain. Stash Mountain. In fact, they say it's going to be the first water park ever that will use strictly recycled bong water, apparently. That's the whole thing. So it's environmental. I can't even imagine a Grateful Dead theme. Boy, you thought you forgot where you parked your car at a regular amusement park. Okay, it was an orange bus. We were parked near a pink dragon. There was a giant melting face right next to us. Here's an odd story. It seems a Pennsylvania man who was suing God. This guy took God to court, had the case thrown out. Yeah. He blamed God for losing his job, and so he sued God in court. Luckily for God, you know, the case was thrown out, because God does not have access to legal counsel. Did you know that? Well, there are no lawyers in heaven, so obviously God could not. See, God was not able. Here's my nominee for Awful Person of the Year. This is unbelievable. Maybe you saw this on your local news tonight. Police in Hershey, Pennsylvania are charging a former nurse there with stealing a Beanie Baby from the bedside of a 12-year-old girl recovering from heart surgery. Man. She stole it from the kid. But the good news is, today the nurse was named president of the HMO she works for. So I thought, some good signs. People apparently is. People with good health care here. Here's a story I've talked about every night this past week. Tennessee's new roadkill bill, this thing which means motorists in the state of Tennessee can eat anything they run over. This is true, right? Are you from Tennessee? Yeah, I know. Oh, boy, who'd you know to get those seats, huh, boy? Now, isn't that true? Isn't that a new law down there? Right. See, what they don't tell you with the other parts of this law. For example, do you know under this new bill, if you kill a main course on the highway, you are legally allowed to swerve off the road under the shoulder and take out 2 side dishes as well.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I didn't know.
You know, it's a shame this bill wasn't in effect a few months ago. Remember when George Jones told the cops he was grocery shopping when he went off the bridge in his car, pretty much? I was fishing.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
See, the writers go home early on Friday. It's a problem. But a lot of people are already capitalizing on this roadkill bill. Some new restaurants have opened in Memphis. See, show that one today we saw on the news. Pretty much it's the new Benihana there. As I mentioned last night, the University of Illinois, this is another stupid story this week. University of Illinois has hired 15 women to smell pig manure all day long. That's their job. They're doing research into why pig manure smells so bad. I was thinking about, how do you advance in a job like that? You know, how do you get promoted? I mean, does the boss come to you one day and say, come here, Johnson. You know, you're doing a hell of a job. I'm going to move you to human waste. You are wasted here. You know, you are so above your station. But this is true. And they had hundreds of women apply for this job of smelling pig manure. Really? Isn't that amazing? And you know the ones who didn't get hired are pretty bitter about it. And you know they're bitter of the ones who did. Yeah, who did she sleep with to get that job? she must be putting out. Good job like that. And Major League Baseball has sent letters to teams asking them to stop throwing baseballs into the stands to the fans for fears there could be injuries, you know. In fact, today the NBA wrote a letter to Shaq. Stop doing the same thing with those free throws, too. Pretty much stop sending them out into the stands. You're going to kill somebody.
What's up, Jay?
Second night in a row.
That's right, man.
With
We're
your
going to do
76,
it.
you know, I know we have this thing going. I told Kev, every night he wears, every night he hasn't worn it, the 76ers have lost.
They've lost.
That's why I tell you to wear. But, you know, you can wash it once in a while.
No, you can't wash it, because that takes all the luck out of it, man. You got to, like, you know, invest.
It takes the luck out of it.
Yeah, you got.
No, it takes getting lucky for you out of it.
No, I'm all right, man. We cool now.
So just going to see how long you can hang in that?
Oh, man, do the whole thing. They're getting ready to take it off.
All right. Let's see.
No problem, man.
We'll
we
see.
in.
What else happened? Oh, Robbie Knievel set a new world's record by jumping the Grand Canyon on a motorcycle. But there's one scary moment. Did you see that? He was, what, 200 feet in the air, halfway over the canyon, and he almost collided with Andy Dick's car that was coming the other way. Did you see that? Boom, just coming the other way.
Oh,
Let's see what else. Oh, hey, our buddy Cher. Cher had a birthday yesterday. She turned 53 again. Tell me what you think it is. According to a recent survey, men say the first thing they notice about a woman are her eyes. Yeah, that's why so many women go out and get that eye implant surgery that's so popular. Hey, what do you think? Hi, guys. How are you? Hey, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, check out the eyeballs on that one, kid. You don't hear that very often. And for the first time, Viagra can now be legally dispensed in Ireland, which means it's going to be a lot more difficult to tip over a leprechaun now, boys. So got that Viagra over there. Yeah. No more leprechaun tipping. No more leprechaun tipping. No. Viagra in Ireland. Boy, you thought there were a lot of Kennedys before, boy. Now, see, that's why the Irish have those names now. Oh, O'Malley. Oh, Keith. Oh, O'Reilly. You know, that's where it comes from. That's where it comes from. Kev, so how you been, Kev?
I'm hanging in there, Jay. I'm doing all right, except I got this new SUV.
Oh, that's very nice. I saw everything up there.
And it's always on empty. It uses a whole lot of gas. But, you know, how do you keep gas in all your cars, Jay.
You just have to drive more carefully. You complaining about your mileage? Is that what it is?
Well, it's always on empty, man, you know.
Just be careful. Don't, avoid the jackrabbit starts, as they say in the...
The what?
It's in that Department of Motor Vehicle. But just drive more carefully, and you'll get better gas mileage. Anyway,
Jay, hold. You're like Mr. Car, Mr., you know, popular mechanics writer. No, you got to have some secret you can share with.
There's no secret. Just, you know, just
Jay,
try to coast.
Jay.
Always be on the brake and on...
Jay, come on now. That's not true. You do have a secret way of keeping gas in your tank.
I don't have any secret way of keeping... Ixnay and fired a...
It's a very... You're too modest, Jay. It's a very clever way. In fact, do we have that security camera
We don't have security camera. There's no security camera footage.
Can we show that footage?
There's no footage.
Please?
Ellen, there's no footage. Don't even think of running any...
Hey, good morning, Jay.
Hey, Kev, how you doing?
Hey, you need a hand?
Oh, no, I'm fine, thanks.
Sure? Okay.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right.
How you doing? Nice to see you. Tonight, my first guest, the host of the controversial and popular talk show. He's back in the news show. He's always in trouble. We'll find out what he's up to. Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer is a really funny comedian, a stand-up guy, star of his own TV show, D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley is here. And making their first appearance, a great band from the land of Viagra, the Cranberries. The Cranberries will perform as well. We'll be right back with You Make the Call. Say hello to Kevin Eubanks and the Tonight Show Band. In the 7 years we've been doing shows, we noticed Friday night audiences are the smartest audiences in the week. That's why a lot of those jokes didn't work before. Now, let's see just how smart some of these people are. Let's play You Make the Call. Welcome to You Make the Call, the game where geniuses and morons have an equal shot at winning worthless prizes. Let's get right to it. Who wants to play? This young lady and I, stand up. Hi, how are you? Oh, hello, how are you?
Hi.
I told you later at the hotel. Oh, how are you? Are you a mime? What is your name?
It's Nikki.
Nikki, what do you do, Nikki?
I just moved here from Montreal to pursue a career in entertainment publicity.
Pursue a career in entertainment publicity. And how long have you been here?
8 months.
8 months. Oh, well, sometimes it takes 9 months to make it big. So no pun intended. So, and how is it going?
It's going okay so far.
It's going okay.
Just okay.
Do you have a job?
Do you have a job for me?
You know, we have an intern program. No, I'm serious. No, I'm sorry. All right, now stop. Stop with that. Stop with that. Terrible thing, terrible thing. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
Okay, now, here's what we do. There's a well-known organization that caters to senior citizens called the AARP. Have you heard of that? Well, you're from Canada. Maybe you know that. That's the American Association of Retired Persons. Now, when you join the AARP, you get special discounts on pharmaceutical items and pens and all kinds of things, and movie tickets, you know. Okay, that's basically. Now, our question tonight, which of the following rock stars is not yet eligible to join the AARP? Okay?
Okay.
Let's take a look. Is it Steven Tyler of Aerosmith? Gene Simmons of Kiss? Davy Jones of the Monkees? Or Billy Joel? Now, one of these gentlemen is not old enough to join the American Association of Retired People. Which one do you think it is?
Billy Joel.
You think it's Billy Joel? Let's see. Now, you have to be at least 50 years old to join. So let's see how old our rock stars are. Davy Jones from the Monkees? 52. Ooh. Steven Tyler. Ooh, you're very, very close. You're down to the wire now. You can feel the excitement growing in the room. Let's see. Let's go to Billy Joel. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Gene. How old is Gene Simmons? 40, a mere child in the rock and roll business. Well, I'm sorry. But anyway, Nikki? Ed, do we have a prize?
We have a copy of Modern Maturity, the official publication of the AARP, and the magazine practically all the rock stars are reading.
Nikki, all right, I'm sorry. Well, good luck in your career. All right, who else wants to play? Let's go. How are you, sir? Hi, what is your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, can I go back to talking to Nikki? No, Jeremy, just let me tell you, you're in town for the Baby Huey audition. No, what do you do, sir?
I'm a manager of Pizza Hut.
You manage a Pizza Hut. And I guess as a manager, keeping a certain appearance is always important. Because as a manager, you don't want to let people know when they walk in, I'm the manager of the... How do the employees dress, sir? I'm curious, sir.
They have to wear a polo shirt.
And where is your Pizza Hut?
It's in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota.
Oh, in Minnesota. In Minnesota, I see. Now, are you a deep dish man or a thin crust?
Thin crust.
I would have taken you for a deep dish man. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I'm just taking a wild guess. All right, now you ready to play?
Yep.
Okay, now, as you know, practically everyone in America knows Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. You know it opened this week. Now, most Star Wars fans are what? Guys. Most of them are guys, yeah. Let's give you a look at who's waiting outside today. This is today. This is afternoon, waiting in line. These people are in line for the 12:30 showing of the film, 12:30 in the afternoon. We did a head count. There are 174 people waiting in that line. Now, since the popular conception is most Star Wars fans are nerdy guys who can't get dates, how many females do you think are in the line to see Star Wars? Now, we're not going to base it on that. You can't tell anything from that. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make it easy. We're going to do a close pan of the line, okay? Let's roll the tape. Going to move down the line. Here we go. Now, how many people are in that line? Is it 12? Is it 27? 63 women? Or 82 women? How many women were in that line? Those are your choices. One of those is the correct number. Of the 174 people, how many do you think were women? 12, 27, 63, or 82?
12.
You think 12? Do you have gender recognition problems? 12. You're thinking 12. 12. Okay, according to our count, 63 were female. I'm sorry, I guess you're so into your work. Ed, what do we have for him?
Well, Jay, we have the inflatable Princess Leia slave doll. You know, this is just perfect for the guy who can't get one of those 63 girls to see Star Wars with him.
Well, thanks, buddy. Thanks for playing with us. Who else wants to play? This gentleman here. How are you, sir? How are you? Hi, what is your name?
My name's Eric.
Eric, let me guess. You don't work at a Pizza Hut.
No, I just eat there.
Now, you look like you work out. You look like you're in pretty good shape. What do you do?
I sell wine per gallon.
You sell wine.
Yes.
It's a door-to-door thing, or?
Phone sales, actually.
Oh, phone sales. The phone sales. You sell wine over the phone. That's pretty good. Is that a good job?
It's not working right now, but...
Oh, it's not working right now. Oh, okay. Well, are you ready to play?
Yes.
All right. Now, there's a popular commercial from the people who make the Simmons Beauty Rest mattress. It shows the man dropping the bowling ball on the mattress. You ever seen that?
No.
You haven't seen that?
No, I haven't.
I guess maybe you're too much in the wine, sir. Well, here, we'll show it to you. Here's a clip. Most people have seen this. Now, you see, none of the pins fall over. You see that? Okay. Now, in that commercial, that was their $2,000 mattress. That's their top of the line, I think. On our stage, we also have the Simmons Beauty Rest. It's the more inexpensive. It's the $800 model. Now, we have 10 bowling balls on plexiglass, exactly like they are in that commercial. Ed Hall is on the ladder with a bowling ball. Now, do you think that when he drops the ball, the less expensive mattress will react the same way? Do you think the pins will fall over, or the ball will harmlessly just bounce off the side and not bother any of the pins? Without using wine. What do you think, sir?
I believe the pins will fall over.
You believe the pins will fall over? All right, Ed Hall, drop the ball. Oh!
Well, Jay, we have a pair of smelly old bowling shoes that we took off the feet of a sweaty fat guy at a bowling alley down the street. Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for playing. Thank you. Thank our contestants. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. Hold this one, Nikki. We'll be right back right after this. Goodbye. Back with Jerry Springer in a minute. Welcome back, Jerry Springer. Springer is here, star of the Hughley. Deal Hughley, very funny comedian, all the way from Ireland, the land of Viagra. The Cranberries will perform as well. Great show Monday from the new movie Notting Hill. Hugh Grant will be here, an 11-year-old boy who fought the establishment. This is a great story. This is a little kid who wanted to read to littler kids. He's like 11. He wanted to read to kids in the library. They said, no, you have to be a licensed librarian. You're not allowed. And he fought City Hall and he won. It's a wonderful story. John O'Connor is his name. And a wrestling showdown between Kevin Big Sexy Nash and Brent Hitman Hart. 250 grand in cash on my desk. Don't tell me this. There's something for everyone Monday night. Right. Coming up later in the week, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Bob Costas, Cuba Gooding Jr., Penn and Teller, and Ricky Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Martin. No, this is Lucy and Ricky's kid, right? This is not the singer. No, this is Ricky. Ricky Martin. My first guest hosts a controversial and popular talk show. Is it on PBS?
No. Yeah.
Viewed by more than 25 million people a week. Some of them with teeth, ladies and gentlemen. Known in over 50 countries. Please welcome my buddy, Jerry Springer! You're a big story again in Chicago. You're always the heart of controversy. Now, I understand now the city council of the great city of Chicago is going after you now. Tell us, what is this all about?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, I do know.
What's going on.
One of the council members is upset about, a lot of the fighting that takes place on the show. So he wants to know why the police aren't, like Steve and the rest of the guys, the security guys who are cops, why they don't go and arrest our guests for fighting.
That's a good question.
Well, fine.
Well, I'm curious. Yeah.
So anyway, so they invited me to come before city council to talk about it.
Ooh.
And yeah, I don't get invited that many places nowadays. So
right, yeah.
I said, hey, yeah, that's great.
Now
So I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to them about it.
Now we have tape here of this. Here, let's see. Is this Ed Burke? Is that his name? Let's take a look.
If this took place at Soldier Field, or Wrigley Field, or Comiskey Park, or down here on LaSalle Street, you'd be loading up the wagon. Perhaps Mr. Springer could tell us under oath whether or not those activities are indeed staged entertainment.
Well, that's great Chicago politics.
It's great. It is. It is. I'm excited. Well,
Are you going to go? So you will go?
I'm going. I was on city council for 10 years, in Cincinnati.
Oh, that's right. So,
Yeah, so this is going to be fun to get back to. I'm not sure this is a subject I want to talk about, but that's fine.
No,
I'll
what is it
talk
they...
about it. Well, the thing is, if you're going to start arresting... Look, we have a television show. It's a show.
Right.
It's a show. It's a stupid show, but it's a show. And...
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Start sending police out at the hockey games when the Blackhawks play and start arresting the players when they start fighting, calling them off to jail? It's a show.
Well, doesn't someone have to file charges?
Well, someone should, yeah, but it's,
No, I mean,
normally, yes. I mean, normally, here's what the law is. The law is that the police are supposed to use their discretion, And if it looks like a tough situation, then you make an arrest. Right. Let's face it, no police officer with any kind of sanity is going to walk into a television station, and during segment 3, when the two brothers are wrestling around on the ground, say, you guys are coming to jail. It'll be a big play, and the cameras are all going to be there. It's going to be a big show.
So you think it'll help your program?
Stupider things have helped it.
Yeah. But you've been in television news for a long time. And a lot of people, most people probably know by now that you used to legitimately do the news.
I used to be the news. I used to be the guy that said, good evening, here's what's happening.
Now, do you remember a tribute to Elvis? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was, well, I just started.
Right.
And I'd never read a teleprompter before. I didn't know what I was doing. It was January 8th. The reason I remember it was January 8th, it was Elvis's birthday.
Right.
And I was doing, thank you very much. And I was doing a commentary about Elvis.
Serious? You were giving
And it
a
was
tribute?
serious.
Yeah.
This was serious. Back then, we had teleprompters.
People know what that is? That's what it's above the camera, and it's a piece of. It's typed out, and the letters sort of.
It's your script.
Yeah.
Script.
It goes by like this. It goes by like the letters are written here, and it just kind of goes on a roll like a.
Okay,
a
but
roll of toilet paper.
nowadays it's done by computer.
Right.
But back then, it was a sheet of paper that the intern would put under the camera as it went on a conveyor belt.
There's that word again, yeah.
Got me in the news, I'll tell you that. So, so it's going like this. She puts the pages in. Halfway through the commentary, one of the pages is upside down. And then all of a sudden I see the hand in there. And I'm starting to panic because I'm in mid-sentence. And then it's another sheet going in, and that's about something that's going on in Africa. And it's totally not related to Elvis. And I started to panic. And I just went brain dead, and I started saying words that weren't together in a sentence.
Yeah.
And it was just like...
You know, it's a shame no tape of that exists.
Thank God no tape of that exists.
But you know, if you look hard enough, you know. I was in Cincinnati. I was in Cincinnati last week. I was at your old station in Cincinnati. I used to do the Bob Braun show in Cincinnati all the time. And I said, do you have this? I've heard about this famous piece of tape. They gave me a few minutes. Here's Jerry giving his tribute. Tell you, this is great.
Where did you find it?
He's not here, of course, to celebrate his 50th birthday. He wouldn't have been if no one had the chance to see that. Our defiance, our youth, our naivety, and our vulnerability. What we remember most about Elvis is not the fact that he died, but we are reminded about the fact of when he was young and when he was young.
It's like Ted Baxter. You know, it looks like an episode of the old Mary Tyler Moore show with Ted Baxter reading the news. How could you get that screwed up? It didn't even make sense.
None of it. It was horrible. And then when it was over, my co-anchor, who was a wonderful anchor, she knew what she was doing. So I went, Norma? But Norma was reduced to tears. I mean, she was just, you know, her head was down and she didn't know what to say. And that's why I'm now doing this talk show.
Yeah.
They're not going to have me do it.
I understand you do quite an Elvis impression. Is that true?
I can do Elvis now.
No, stop.
That's just it's a joke.
You'll get killed. You get killed.
Again?
People love Elvis.
I know.
Can you sing? I have a mic here. Can you sing? You want to do a little? I think people would like to hear.
Love me tender, love me true, never let me go. Oh, my darling, I love you, and I'll always will.
What?
Why am I singing to you?
I don't know. You know, I think the other Elvis thing made more sense.
Yeah, I
Well, Jerry, thank you. Good luck in your legal battles with the First Amendment.
Yes.
Jerry Springer, be right back with D.L. Hughley. Big fan of the Spring Man?
Oh, man, I hope I don't find out my wife is really a man. That'd be messed up. we have to go to the circus then, Jack.
Yeah.
I love the show. I say I'm unabashedly a fan. You don't mean to watch that show. Like, you don't set your day up to watch it. But if you hear, like, a gay nun is going to confess, you got to watch that there. I wonder how this one going to work out, Lord. Let's see how this one does. But you do it. You're a bad man. That's right. And I'm scared now because everybody's confessing, like, everybody's getting ambushed. Don't have no, like, Rosie O'Donnell and Tom Selleck. She ambushed the man in there. I don't know why she's mad he got a gun. He had a show called Magnum, man.
Big fan of the Spring Man?
Oh, man, I hope I don't find out my wife is really a man. That'd be messed up. we have to go to the circus then, Jack.
Yeah.
I love the show. I say I'm unabashedly a fan. You don't mean to watch that show. Like, you don't set your day up to watch it. But if you hear, like, a gay nun is going to confess, you got to watch that there. I wonder how this one going to work out, Lord. Let's see how this one does. But you do it. You're a bad man. That's right. And I'm scared now because everybody's confessing, like, everybody's getting ambushed. Don't have no, like, Rosie O'Donnell and Tom Selleck. She ambushed the man in there. I don't know why she's mad he got a gun. He had a show called Magnum, man. And I'm going to get off I'm going to get off guns, but everybody's against guns, but if something happened at your house, you're going to call somebody who got one. I bet you that. You don't want West Tech showing up with flowers. Here, we want this to get in.
Oh, if they show up.
Right.
They drive those Chevettes that can't make the hill in front of your house.
I would have stopped them, but the hill was too high.
Yeah. And you always get the guy that failed the cop exam.
Right. The GED guy. Oh. You see the real cops drive by. Ooh, man. One more credit and I could have been in. Look at all the GED people mad. That ain't funny.
Now, your show, The Hughleys, is coming back?
It is coming back.
Yeah, it's a hit. You got a hit. Yeah, very good, very good.
Because, you know, I went to the upfronts in New York and
Not upfront. You mean, what is that? You mean the prison?
That's where all the new shows are released. And you know what? Every show is a 20-year-old white cat who lives in an apartment with other 20-year-old white people. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
And they always had like a gay friend or something. Yeah. And they discuss everything. When I was growing up as a family, you didn't discuss nothing. Your father said, get in the car, you got in the car. We moving and me and your mama breaking up and you living with your auntie. Now get in the car, we driving away. So soon?
They all live in apartments in New York. Yeah.
Light banter and off-the-cuff remarks. Don't nobody ever talk anymore.
And they always have huge apartments.
Yes.
You know, an apartment that would cost you $5,000 a week in New York.
And my house now ain't even that big. You know what's funny? When I grew up, it was like 6 of us, and we had a 1-bedroom apartment. My father said, go to my room. I am in my room, and you're in my room, too. Everybody's in my room. And they had stuff we don't have. Like, you know what was confusing for me, because when we grew up, they had that crayon box with the flesh-colored crayon, and black folks didn't know what to do with that. White people be drawing their parents. I guess I'm just going to draw the police, I think. I don't know.
So was it tough making ends meet when you were a kid? Was that a rough?
Man, and kids, they got too much. They got internet and Sega. And all we had was that Atari game. Remember that? Boop, 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 boop. And black people had those little TV. Boop, boop. It ain't coming back. It's gone. It's gone. And the football game, with the minute it didn't move, the board just shook.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And sometimes the batteries run out, so you and your brother, you take turns, you shake it.
And the man would take the ball and just walk over here.
Right.
There'd be no play.
No offensive play, kind of like the Rams.
Yeah, right, same thing.
Oh, come on. Y'all know the Rams. The Rams so bad on the sports report, they don't even do the report. They just come on. Y'all know what happened. And in other news.
So your parents were frugal?
Yeah.
Poor, frugal sound.
Frugal must be the Latin word for cheap.
Yeah, cheap, yeah.
Remember when your mother and father never had no money? You're like, Daddy, can we go? We ain't got that. Well, Daddy, no, we ain't got that either. Well, what do we have? Trouble. That's what we got. On Christmas, my father would give us pictures of stuff he was going to get us when stuff got better. One year, I got a picture of a bike. Next year was a picture of a bike with a flat tire, man. I didn't like growing up like I did, man. It ain't right. It ain't right.
But you're married now?
Married now.
Happily married man, I know.
Happily married man, 13 years,
Me
man.
too, 19 years.
13.
There you go, very good. Did you notice, see, we're married guys, we can talk about this. You notice a change? Is it a little different from that first couple of weeks?
Yeah, you know what it is. First off, when you get married, women ask you those questions. Why you don't like to take a shower with me? Because I hate to be in the back of the shower freezing to death. That's why. It's not... You up front with the hot water, I'm in the back with pajamas on. How come you don't hold me when you finish making love? Because it's hot. Move, move. And you know what women would do? I have a beautiful wife who I love a lot. And if a woman loves you, she will stick with you. You can lose your whole body, just be a head on a plate. She'll stay with you. Now, I would love my wife, and if she lost a toe, I'd stay with her because, you know, she could wear boot in the summertime.
Lost the toe, that's right, Kevin. Lost the toe. But the little toe.
Right, the little toe, you can't lose it all. But if you lose a whole leg, I got to go, pretty much. I'm not going to leave that day, but you best believe for that years out. I'm not staying.
Well, how about gaining weight? That's a big thing with guys.
Women, like my wife, would you love me if I weighed 200 pounds? Yes, from another city. I don't want no, you know, I don't want no big girl. Come on in the house. It's already bad enough. You know what it is? When it's already bad enough they wear those underwear that go down the head to head. What do you see him in the sink? What, you watching a pillowcase or something? How come you getting out? Look at you.
Do you find the eating habits change? See, there's a story I tell about my buddy of mine. Buddy of mine got married. He married this a lovely Italian
Right,
girl.
right.
And she had a beautiful figure.
Right.
And they would go out to eat. Like before of us would
Right.
go out and be like, oh, I'll just have this little thing.
Right,
You know, just eat like this, right? So we go to the marriage, and at the wedding, my friend goes, man, just look. And she's eating meatballs like the M&M.
You know,
Like out of a Pez perspective. You know, he'd never seen this. He's like,
of course you never see that.
And she didn't stop eating from that day.
You know, and now look at her. Now he's got to move.
Well, they're not married anymore. But
Now, of course not.
She's
She gonna marry.
telling you the truth. I'm not being mean.
Now she gonna marry Chef Boyardee. You know what women do when they go out? It's funny because women won't just stop when they full. They'll unbutton this button right here. Yeah, I know I'm full, but you go on and unbutton this button right here. And then big girls that pop out kind of fast. I seen a waiter get his eye took out like that. It was.
Well, now you, before we get killed.
Now, right, look at all the big women. That ain't right. We should get him. Come on, Jenny. No, let me stop.
Now you're back on the road.
Back on the road.
You're doing the Royal Crown.
I'm doing the
Crown Royal.
Royal Crown is hair grease. Crown Royal.
Crown Royal.
Kings of Comedy. You know
Crown Royal. That's the bottle with the
purple sack around it.
Got the purple sack around it.
And you know, y'all use that purple sack for stuff. Be putting marbles in it, barrettes. Black people put their whole savings account in it. And you know you're sponsored by a liquor company when all your money come in loose change. There you go, man. Right there. There you go, right there. Take that in.
Now, where have you been on the tour?
We've been everywhere.
Yeah.
We've been Cleveland. We're here tomorrow at the Anaheim Pond, and it's like gonna be 12,000 people. It's great. But I've been on the road a lot. But I went to Boise, Idaho. The show's doing so well. We went to Boise, Idaho, and it's a true story. We're actually in the airport, me and my road manager, and we get ready to connect. And the waitress, the stewardess comes over. And she goes, "Well, no. This is the flight to Boise. The flight to Chicago is right. I swear to God, you don't want to go to Boise. You scaring me now. Maybe I don't want to go." Like if I go there and like the Dukes of Hazzard is there, then I'm really nervous. But it ended up being a great experience, and I had a great time, man.
There you go. Well, listen, always funny stuff. And then Vegas at the Riv again, 28th through the 30th.
Right.
The Riviera Hotel.
Thanks.
DL, nice work. Be right back with the Cranberries right after this.